I think we're good to go here. And I think I finally figured out how to put the same audio delay that happens on our voice on the camera. Now, where'd my remote go? Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to Xenoblade. I have been so goddamn stoked for this ever since I beat the game. And I'm like, I want to do this again and share it with somebody. And this is we're finally going to hop it in. Because New Game Plus came out. So we can do this now. This is Josie.
Hi.
Anybody who's watched all of the archives on my YouTube streams might know she did Day the Tentacle with me and another of my friends.
Yeah.
That was...
when we got really bitchy at the end.
I still
like,
like
go get the gum.
It got funny.
Not at the time.
There we go. Video Gamer Paul, thanks for the 25 bits. Just like that. Did you hear that?
I heard that. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna do like too much preamble here because I do want to hop in and Josie's got a time limit. But if I set this up right, you guys should not hear any echo from the TV, so we don't have to keep the volume low, which means we can hear the awesome music. And this is a story thing. It's New Game Plus. I know what's happening, and I'm going through it like with the New Game Plus benefits, so I can accelerate things and not grind a lot. But don't be talking about story stuff or spoilers or nothing. Because Josie hasn't seen it.
I don't know what's happening at all.
As well as a bunch of you guys probably haven't seen it. Okay? Is that good? Are we good? I'm going to assume that we're good since there's a delay on this anyway. I've skipped past pretty much everything that should be spoilery in the beginning. We're just going to start New Game Plus. Go on normal. Change the difficulty. That's fine. Thanks for showing that screen that I was trying to hide. Stupid game. Can you guys hear us on the mic? Do I need to boost that? Been looking for an excuse to not dump $80? This might serve as that excuse then, Omega. But you should, because it's good. I'm good. Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna just sit up. Got a bit more of a positive feeling to it than the first one did.
I have no... Well, yeah, we watched like the first hour and a half-ish.
Up until the first big beat of the first game. And it started with a war. And then somebody got fridged.
Yeah. I maintain it was an egregious fridging.
Kind of was, but that was the point. Has more impact if you did the gameplay part of it, not just the watching.
That's true. That's true. Because watching it was like, wow. Goodbye. There she goes.
Those guys. Those two names deserve massive amounts of credit, because this game has fantastic cinematic direction. So he's a bit of an underwater diver. Oh, I can already feel my neck's gonna start getting at me. Looking back and forth. Maybe I'll pull this over here.
You're to the very edge. I don't know how much that's gonna help, but...
A little bit. Some amount of help.
Checking to see how your E fame is growing.
If anybody's saying anything, I gotta chat with them.
Oh, fair enough.
really do need to buy ourselves a new depth probe. The ping was off by 150 pegs to the east. That's not much, right?
Chap diving suit.
About the trade?
Yep.
Was it in line with your
Oh boy.
expectations?
It seemed pretty solid. Didn't even have to reinforce it too much. Even with the labor costs, we should be able to turn a decent profit.
So, like, most of the voices in this one are all Scottish and Welsh,
Analysis.
and I love it.
I want more
How you
talkies.
can gauge the profits in an instant.
Don't go raining on my parade, Gramps. You know, I'm in the salvaging trade for the cash. A little business sense goes a long way. All right? Whoa!
And it's a giant crab.
Cry.
You've been living in this thing this time.
I can't deal with the diving suit chaps though. And his little booty shorts are so tight.
You're gonna have to. It's what he wears all game.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you don't
boy.
change your armor in this game like the first
Oh
one.
boy, okay. They're just so tight.
There's still a slight audio echo. Well, damn it.
Walk in the park.
All right, so I just slaughtered that thing. Don't worry about that red girl for now. That shows up later.
An entire horizon of white.
Oh, you keep like your party?
Sea of clouds.
It's
For
New Game
what?
Plus. They take certain parts of it away, but here's the world setup. I'll explain it as we go.
All right.
This.
Do you keep your level? I'm assuming.
But you can turn it down.
Feels so ripped off when you start a new game plus and you don't keep your level. Like that's the whole point.
Everyone in Allrest lived on the tree, together with our divine father, the architect. According to the tales, it was a bountiful land.
Sorry.
And the people
You'll
there
get used to it.
held the power to command even the heavens themselves. They called that paradise Elysium. But then, one day, we were cast out. Nobody knows why. Perhaps we angered our creator. Or perhaps it was something else entirely. All we know is we were forced to leave Elysium, to live here in Allrest, where it turns out life was pretty hard. But when it seemed like we would surely die out, the architect took pity on us, sending his servants, the Titans, to save us. The few of us who survived settled on the Titans, and we've lived in harmony with them ever since. But now those Titans are beginning to die out.
Giant meaty claw.
Do you know that lobster used to be like
Does my weird
peasant food?
I did not.
Yeah, people used to be like in Canada at least. I think in like the East
You want
Coast.
me to move it, Gramps?
And people were like, "Oh yeah, we have nothing to eat, so we eat lobster." And then they would like bury it because they're like, nobody can tell we were eating lobster because that's like, it was like the ramen of old times.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
So the world's got a bunch of these big living things in it this time. Instead of two giant dead things, it's got a larger number of slightly less giant living things.
So what's like the continuity between this and the first game?
They are unrelated.
They're unrelated?
Unrelated.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to have watched the first game to appreciate this one,
Ooh, okay.
Been
but
happening a lot lately.
it will increase appreciation to see like the references and the little hooks here and there.
Okay.
If anyone was living there,
It seems not. And if there had been, they would have all left by now.
makes sense. Hey, Gramps. Do you think Fonset Village will be gone too one day?
It would not be today or tomorrow, but one day, yes, it will fall.
And you too?
That's how it goes with us Titans. There's no way around it.
Eventually, there'll be nowhere left to live.
Sadly.
So, you Titans were born up there. Is that right?
So they say, for what it's worth. Mind you, I was born here on all rest. As for my ancestors, who could say where they were born?
Can it really exist? This Elysium, and the Creator, who's said to live there?
A land of the world tree. If such a place did exist, perhaps we could all live in peace, with no need for fighting.
Sure would be great. For everyone. Even folks in Fonset. If the Divine Architect can see us now, I wonder what he thinks.
So the lip syncing's a little bit off, but it doesn't bother me.
God, what game did I play that had the absolute worst lip sync in the world? And it was like, they just keep going for like a minute and a half after the dialogue stopped. I can't remember what it was.
This all should be enough for today.
No, I don't know.
Care for a little swim to the Argentum Trade Guild?
It's always a pain when you see them get really bad.
Ah.
Getting toward my bedtime.
Don't play the lazy old man.
Might have been Basara 3, because they just don't give a shit. They do not give a shit in that game. Like,
Kids these days.
it's like the most important cutscene, the final cutscene is just like half their outfit just like goes through the ground, and it's like they just don't care. Like what? I kind of appreciate it. Like, I don't know. Cause like, no, we would just want it to be fun.
Just being fun
It
is
ain't
good.
supposed to be that perfect.
I just pretend it's one of those badly dubbed kung fu films. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's a little better than that.
Well, I mean, like the voice acting itself was good. They just didn't sync it at all.
That's fair.
But like, have a better script than try to like shoehorn in words to fit the like lip flaps.
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes it's so like it's so forced and awkward and like, yeah.
I'm gonna try to fix this thing real.
Why, if it isn't Rex? How's business?
Going all right. Else I wouldn't be here.
Fair point. So, which one am I unloading?
We can leave that until I'm done negotiating. Shouldn't be too long.
Well, morning is 15 gold per half day.
I'll have your gold after I sell the stuff. All right? Later.
Hey, hold on! You know I can't do credit. Does it every time, too.
No one, I'm afraid.
Figures.
Awesome. This thing's huge. And it's not even a Titan ship.
There, it's back.
Looks good.
Yep. Okay. So OBS,
Okay.
much like Mother Nature, is a fickle bitch, and even when I restarted it, it chose actually all of Windows chose not to register my microphone. So thank God for solid state drives. I'll have to patch these together when I stick it up on YouTube later. Anyhow, I need to explore around here. I'm going to maintain once again. Ignore the redhead that's following me currently. She will be explained later. So, a big thing that happens with the Xenoblade games, gameplay-wise, that you may not have seen from... I'm just going to position the text box over whenever I can. That you probably
Can
didn't
you
see...
remove her?
No. That you may not have seen from the movies that we watched before, is that they're very big on, like, big open areas that you can explore. It's not open world, they are limited maps. But... it's just huge. There's a lot of people to talk to, and it fills you in on like a lot of the extra details and stuff of the world. And these little guys, which you probably didn't get to, are called Nopon. And they're like a series mascot of a sort. They're like Moogles in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I can't. I'm just trying to decide if they're creepy or cute or just like ugly.
They
I don't know.
they kind of grow on you after a while.
'Cause I mean, Moogles were ridiculously cute.
They are,
Like
yes.
Moogles were.
With Nopon, it really depends on the one that you're talking about. The first series, if you get to this, if you continue watching, you get to this point, it had a party member who everybody adores because he's just high-pitched and very pet-like, but he's actually 40 and has like a family of 13. So it's awesome. And in this one, you don't see him until like Act 2. So again, I'd really love to get there, but I'm gonna talk to some random people, and then I'll just sort of plow through to get things going. So Tauntaudon heard it's a good idea to move around to side or back of enemy during battle. So yeah, at the beginning they kind of give you gameplay tips. So he's talking about it's a good idea to like attack from the side or attack from the back or something like that, just that you can do more damage to stuff. And this whole place that we're on right now is basically the Nopon City. They're merchants in this game.
Okay.
Very, very about greed and money and just making a buck and doing deals and stuff like that.
Just like Western society.
Yeah. About just as sleazy. Got quite the salvaging business going on. Been to the Central Exchange. You should bring your haul along there. Collectibles, treasures, or whatever in your pockets. So, yeah, that is actually where I have to go. I forgot about that. Because I got a haul, so I have to take it into the Central Exchange and turn it in.
What? That's it?
It's life, Mayor. There's still more than I give to non-friend. If you bring military supplies, then you get good price. Ceasefire between Moor Arday and Uriah not keep for too much longer, methinks. So weaponry is hot item. Well, what friend think? I'll make it worth your while.
I told you before. I stay away from that sort of thing.
Oh, it's a shame. Rex good salvager. Could be good way to earn pretty penny.
Agreed, Paul.
Waste of talent, if you ask me. Anywho, where were we?
I'll take your offer. 200 now, and you know what to do with the rest.
Okie doodles. Sending monies to Coroner Fonset Village, is right?
Yeah.
Is a beautiful thing. Sending money home at such young age. I touched. Wish my own dum-dum little pond did same.
It's 'cause Gramps doesn't charge rent. Hey, hey! Alright, I'm counting on you.
Roger, pleasure doing business.
So, I got a roar, 200 Gs. All right, so yeah, so the beginning is gonna be this first stream is gonna be probably a little bit of like a weird back and forth, I think, because I'm gonna do my best to explain what goes on with the world and sort of the gameplay, both for you and for anybody in the chat, because Omega wants to see how the gameplay goes, but also trying to rush and get to the good stuff, like get more party members.
Papune, been a while.
Rex looking high spirits? No, how say? Yes, Peppy.
Been worse. So, you got something for
So
me?
they've got a bit of a weird speaking pattern.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's like they're reading a comment
By
on
the
Facebook.
way, Rex come from Fonset Village in Letherian Archipelago, yes?
Yeah, that's right. Why'd you ask?
You should go straight to boardroom of chairman.
Wait, what's going on?
Chairman Banner asked for Rex by name.
The chairman. For me.
All right, so while we run over there,
Go buy some bonbons.
what are you waiting for? Chop chop, you go see Chairman Banna. You know, how you doing, Papunin? Wife ran out on me, but apart from that, cannot complain. They're full with menial tasks. It's very important work for Chairman Banna. Naturally, it leaves me time poor, but still important to have breaky break. Yeah, so Video Gamer Paul basically stated, we don't talk about the Nopon from Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is the game that I showed you. This is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade Chronicles X was like a, not a spin-off, but like a side-related game. It had similar concepts, but not, like, it was more about just raw gameplay and open world and exploring and all that kind of stuff and not story. And the Nopon in that game were a massive spike down. Everybody hated that Nopon. Yeah, so he won't actually let me buy anything right now. Like, I have to go do the plot thing first. Also, I got 200 gold from that thing, but I'm actually holding on to 109,000, which is a relatively small amount. based on how much I've spent and how much you can get in this
God,
game.
I'm the most ridiculous. I am so greedy in video games. I swindle everyone out of their money, and I amass money and I hoard it and don't buy anything. And like,
Well, this game actually does a pretty good thing with that. It'll explain it more later, but you may notice that most of the shops actually have this little star next to it. That little ribbon thing.
okay.
So, what this game does to encourage you not to do that is throughout the game, shops will just like slowly increase their inventory, and you get better and better items. But when you buy everything that a shop has to offer, like all of the hidden items and everything, you can buy the contract for that shop, and then you own it, and you get gameplay benefits like increased drops or running speed and stuff like that. So it encourages you to spend it and actually like move the money around so you don't just amass it. It's actually a pretty good system. I have one complaint about it, and that's that you never know when they're gonna get all of their items in. So you could like buy out a shop 6 times, but they still have some hidden thing you don't get till chapter 10. You're like, fuck, can't do it now. Thank you for more bits, Paul.
Thank you for accepting.
Bana is awesome.
Chairman of Argentum Trade.
He has such a good R roll.
But pleased to make your acquaintance.
We hear from purporting that friend is salvager of some renown.
It's so majestic.
I have a wincy thing to ask of Rex.
A request straight from the chairman.
Reward is 100,000 gold.
Oh, I've already got that in my pocket.
100,000.
Friend here.
Chump change, Banner.
That just the advance. Another 100,000 provided upon completing job.
Oh, well, triple my money.
200,000 gold in total.
Should probably take that.
I must be dreaming.
Wouldn't say no.
I'll do it. I hereby swear to use every skill I possess to ensure this job is successful. I promise I won't let you down.
You agree without even hearing details of job?
Oh, right. What
Rookie
kind of job
mistake,
is it?
Rex.
You really have skills for this.
Of course, I'll be fine.
Nah, if you say. Here, crew will explain the task. Bring them in.
Sir.
Rex is not the sharpest tool in the shed. It's true. He's very naive. And that's this game, Sephiroth.
And blades. Whoa, they look so cool.
So, there's something that we want to haul out. There were some current shifts. It showed up in an uncharted area. But it's a long way down.
Nice. I like a good challenge.
Banner offered to assemble a team of veterans for this job. But this crew very picky. They want a small elite team and only from Letheria. That when Banner have stroke of genius should hire Rex.
Ha ha! You made the right choice.
A child salvager. Jin, don't tell me we're gonna have to hire some babysitters for this outing too.
What the hell? You look as much like a kid as I do, lady.
At least I wouldn't wet myself for the promise of a measly £100.
What are you trying to say?
Rex, was it? I implore you to excuse my lady's discourtesy.
Jomark, what have I told you about speaking for me? Shut
Drop
your...
it, Nia. Though I do see your point. In any case, it should be easy enough to make sure.
What?
He's got a couple moves.
What are you playing at?
Well, well, well.
Malos, what good is it beating up a kid?
You said it yourself, didn't you? What if the kid's not up to it?
I said nothing of the sort.
You did think it, though, right? And anyway, now we know. You'll do right enough. Though you don't look like a driver. Where'd you learn those arts?
Gramps showed me a thing or two, even when I was little. That was his idea of playtime.
Well, you've got some skill, I'll give you that. Guts, too. Kid, you better work hard.
God, her ribbed bodysuit.
I'm sure we'll never see these guys again. Two big characters, throw away.
Only main characters get ribbed bodysuits.
Here is advance. Use to buy what gear you need, then go to dock on starboard. Banner has arranged excellent vessel for you there.
You got it.
Hello, Daydream Glitterbug. And Gamer Paul is saying Rex is better than Gohan, apparently, because Gohan in Dragon Ball Z did not know how to dodge. I did not know this. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z.
I can't comment.
Or any of the Dragon Balls. Get to work. Buy good equipment. Even when friend ready, head to exit dock. Excellent ship for commandeering. Or we are commandeering. I don't know. I gotta go turn in most of this money to Max. Can't get over the fact you're providing for your village at such a young age. It's really admirable. Be careful how you go. No, shut up. You shouldn't be talking yet. Shit, where do I have to go? I have to go... This thing is pointing... Right, I have to go talk to Gramps first and be like, yo, I'm gonna go out and take a side job from some really shady guys, and you can't say no. Got a lot to be proud of. Salvaging isn't exactly a stable career. Hold on, this is a really awkward camera, but I gotta hide it. Some days you might hit the jackpot, but on an unlucky day you might not bring in a single G. Living independently at your age in a business like that can't be easy. Just keep up the good work. Don't worry, I will. I'm like rolling in cash.
And that about covers it. Alright, I'll see you later. Should be back in a day or two. Take it easy, Gramps.
Just like, yep, bye.
About to cover it in the slightest. Why would you take a job you know nothing about? You don't even know who your employer is.
This came straight from the chairman, remember? What more do you need?
He didn't look shady.
Anyway, I'm off. You can take a nap while you wait.
He's wearing rings on all of his, like, head wing fingers. Only the most straight up of businessmen cover themselves in jewels. Now that I got his permission, just about, I should start making preparations. Shouldn't buy a new salvager suit. I'll hold on making any big purchases. What, you don't like the color?
Yeah, maybe you can cover his ass.
Alright. So, I have to make a stop in at most of the shops and buy some stuff. What do you want? This not Central Exchange. This place for import and export papers. Central Exchange around the ship. Want to sell salvage goods? Talk to Melolo. Something else that this game does that I really like about it that most RPGs didn't is that, like... Again, you might see a couple of these people have a little star next to them. That's telling you that this person has something new to say. So you don't have to talk to everybody every time you come back.
That's good. I like that.
There's this legendary merc pal of mine told me about Zokwim. He's got a huge sweet tooth, can't say no to a Cinnapon roll. He'll be pumped for the next battle. Pleasant smells are conducive to a good working environment. You should find something special that peps you up as well. What that's talking about is, actually, I'm not going to show you just yet, because that's more into character menus that'll show more things that I shouldn't be showing yet.
Okay.
Go away, Red Stalker Girl. Good to be seeing. There we go. No. Yeah.
We know she's there.
No, I must
We know she's there.
I must hide it. You still got that thing we talked about before. Rex finally save up money to make purchase. Buy Abyss Vest, which gives me 24% more maximum HP. That's a good thing. You never really stop using that because it's on a percentage. Going to uncharted waters, have to make sure I'm prepared. Good luck on job. Right, now that's sorted. We've still got a fair amount of cash. Time to send some back home for the folks at Fonset. What is this? Can't do that one yet. Okay. Malolo. Just decided to make a cash transfer. Rex find money on floor? We're very particular about money, so returning even small change. I got my hands on a big sum. Like 2,000? More like 100. 100,000? Oh yeah, sorry. No need to tell. Don't want to get mixed up in shady business. We're not able to accept such a large sum here anyway. Take directly to courier. Max. Friend know where to find Max? Yeah, so that's where I tried to go earlier, but I had to take the long way around to get there. Max. I'd like to transfer some money. It's a big sum. I should bring it straight to you. Not many people send all this money back to their folks every single month. It's fine. It's like $1 I found in the couch. How much are we talking? After leaving a bit for myself, let's say... Yeah, if I was playing the game normally, at this option I would have a choice to send 10,000... 1,000, 10,000, or 90,000. But I guess since I don't have any... Like, I obviously have enough. They just don't let me pick. Took on a job from the chairman. I got a delivery for you too. Nice thing you dropped by. Raised Cloud Sea Shark. Huzzah! Auntie from another country sent me cooked goods in the mail. I'm sure it's still good. Rurui, proprietor of Whiteside Salvaging at your service. Got a brand new cylinder type. Right, so this is going to teach us about one of the mini games of this game, which is more of what Rex is good at. You can just sort of go cloud diving and drag up stuff. Gamer Paul, 10 bits again. Are you actually just watching ads and not paying attention to anything? For shame, dude. Salvager's so cool. Wish we could do salvaging work instead of just guard job. But it's not so bad just gazing out at the cloud sea. It probably is a nice view, though it might get dull after a while. It's a lot of white.
Yeah, it's kind of like being in a plane sometimes. You know, when you're in a plane, it's like...
Well, yeah, but you get on a plane sometimes. You don't live on a plane.
Yeah, no, I know, but even like an hour plane ride, it's like, okay, that's enough.
Ah, yeah, true. I hear you.
I've had enough.
Okay, Rurui, what do you got for me? Brand new cylinder test out at nearby salvage point. Silver. I think I've got something much better than that, too, so I could get, like, some real good stuff. Oh, no, that was fast travel. Salvage point. Get out of here, Pyra. Go, redhead. Silver, I'll use gold one. I should be able to get something good with this. There, is that better? I put it on properly. You don't get the ass anymore.
Yeah.
This is only temporary, though. Only when I go cloud diving.
I like how it implies that he takes off the entire thing, takes off the pants, leaves the booty shorts on, and then puts everything else back on.
I never thought about it like that. I thought it would have just, like, extended. Alright, so whenever you go salvaging, like, time sort of changes by, like, 6 or 7 hours, because now it's nighttime.
Oh, there's time!
Yeah, up by the clock in the top right, salvage deck. It's 10 o'clock right now. Huh. And normally when you dig up, when you do salvaging with just one of those crap silver cylinders, you'll pull up enemies like this little crabby that's hanging out over here. But I went with the good stuff, so I just got treasure.
You're all mine.
Look at all that treasure.
Oh my god.
I don't read any of it because I just sort it out later when I'm selling it. Today's feature product. No, well, I can't actually get it, so I guess I'll just move on. Rurui, did you see? I got so much money. It wasn't great. Rex, sure problem with cylinder and not just bad luck? This good value cylinder. No, it wasn't. You gave me the bottom of the barrel. Give friend present of 3 normal cylinder. Can you use in the same... Oh, no, wait. That was actually a step up. Normal are the bad ones. I was shit-talking his goods, and he actually gave me something good. What was I supposed to be doing again? I should get some food supplies. Confirmed. Red-haired girl is Tharja and Rex is Robin. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Those Fire Emblem characters make appearances in this Xenoblade game. So some that if you guys ever play this game that might trick you about this opening area is the guiding arrow at the top. Like, normally it's pretty good about pointing you where you need to go, but normally the places you go are very wide horizontally, whereas this place is very tall. So it doesn't really tell you how to get where you're going, it just sort of says up. But I was running around here for like 15 minutes trying to figure out where this place was because I didn't know that there were more stairs here. Welcome, friend. I'm gonna buy... Yeah, you see, so I've already bought this store out because I got the deeds. And it gives me idea point gains by 1, which is another, like, another sort of secret experience bar for another thing that we'll unlock later. But I'm just gonna get some of these grilled anchor tails. I think, right? Oyster stir fry. I have all the money. Just buy all the things. Big job preparations. I'm done. Huzzah! It looks so pretty. Yeah, the game is really, really gorgeous. Like, it runs the Switch, that tiny little box over by the TV, pretty hard. Got the accessories. I think that should just about do it. Maybe I'll rest up at the inn. I could head back to Gramps, but he'll try to give me another lecture, so... Pff, I'll just let him sleep outside, and I'll sleep in this comfy, warm bed.
God, text your grandpa.
While playing New Game Plus, you'll be able to lower your driver's levels as well as raise them, and the EXP difference will be added to the bonus EXP pool. Traveling Bard's locations will be marked on... Okay, so this is actually a new thing from New Game Plus that I want to check just after I talk to people. Heard anything interesting? Friends seen proper driver fighting before. Driver used weapon received from Blade to really bash up enemies slicey. And sometimes driver return weapon to Blade. When that happened, Blade can unleash powerful attack. Itoto really love it. Blade left very tired. Alright. Falala, are you still here? I thought I dealt with you later. Is something wrong? No, me not in pain. Me was singing. Need to get better at singing. Oh, she was awful at it. I see. Was there a green thing around here? I thought it said that it was going to label this with a green icon, but I don't see it. Oh, Aft! Aft, what do you have? That's a side quest. Before we even get started on the main quest, we gotta start stocking up on those. Yo, we were just about to play hide and seek. Friend, have to come talk later. Maybe look friend like friend want to play with us. We can all play together, but you're seeking first. Alright, so I am going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do all the side quests that I can, because they can unlock more side quests later that can give you better stuff. When we include higher floors, the game goes on for days and days. When you meet everybody, come back here. Hiding area not very good, not very big, but we're good at hiding. I think the thing is that the game just tells you where to go, which makes this very easy. Yeah, like when I go back to the ground level here, all of those blue exclamation marks. Quest tracking is awesome. I love it. It saves me so much time. There you are. Wait, shit. How do I get to him again? Damn it. Yeah. Found me already? So lame. You weren't even hiding. I could see you from the ground. You're bad at this, kid. I think this guy over here has got a way better spot than you do. Yeah, look at this. He's like behind stuff. Sneaky. Seriously, it's sneaky.
Sneaky. That's so cute.
So nondescript, usually hard to find when not even hiding properly. Friend must have amazing power of observation. Sneaky, go ahead and wait in Power Lounge.
Oh, just describe. I'm a very nondescript person.
Oh, I don't think I can get this yet.
Oh, get it. Oh.
I'll try, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Calm your mind.
Nope. I don't have super strength yet. Go away, mysterious redhead. Oh, he's outside. I guess this does still technically count as the ground floor. See, this is a guy who knows how to hide. He's in a barrel.
Yeah, that's solid. If they didn't have like the little exclamation mark,
that would never have happened.
Side quest over.
It wasn't even an obvious barrel. Aft and sneaky never find Telltale here.
It wasn't even like in startling detail compared to all the other ones.
It's like a regular ass barrel in already a good location and then hidden inside stuff. Also, I can totally just go swimming in the clouds. I don't know where the map ends, and I also don't know if there's like secret stuff hidden behind things, because I never swam around in the clouds all that much. Razzly Dazzly, what's up? Doing good? Argentum is as amazing as dreamed. Many people buzzy livelies, but is also slightly scary. Bumped into Ardania man earlier and he stares straight into soul. Hightail it out of there, made enough distance to make sure they don't follow. Ah, that's the tip on fleeing. If you run far enough, eventually enemies will stop chasing you.
Ah.
Which is handy. Because it doesn't have, like, regular turn-based battles. It's sort of just, like, things are out in the world and you can run into them. Can't use Nop on his muscle. Got some cargo that I brought from Uriah to trade, but it's an ever so slight nuisance. Is it illegal? No. I don't have the stomach for crime. Seems like Trent Crabbles love the stuff. They try to get to it, they clamber on deck. I hired some goons. I'm looking for someone to replace them with. Thanks a bunch, you're 1 in a million. Alright, another side quest, but I'm not going to do this one. I just wanted to do the kids. Game. Do the kids game. I'll go turn that in and then I'll move on. Go sleep, because I want to figure out... Right, that's what I was doing. I was looking for that guy that the New Game Plus gave me, and I couldn't find him. Fuck. I'll look for him at another inn, then. Everyone's here now. Friend is hide-and-seek genius. No, they were labeled for me by God. Af, do you have to say thank you? Yeah, I was gonna. Thanks for playing. My parents are both too busy to play with me ever, but today was real fun. Really, thanks for playing. You can come play anytime. Here's thank you gift from Sneaky Sneaky and Friends. It's like scrap. Alright, I guess you got places to go. See ya. Hooray! Side quests also give bonus EXP. Which is normally important because you can... a whopping 60 of it. And a muscle belt. But normally bonus EXP... In the first playthrough, it's good because it's not just guaranteed, like, dropping this on you EXP. You can choose when to spend it with this. So you go to this little menu, and during the first playthrough, you can basically make the game as hard or as easy as you like because you only get experience from combat. And then if the game's too hard, you can boost your level with bonus stuff that you get from exploration or from side quests. But now that I'm in New Game Plus, I can take it back again and, like, not kill the challenge of the game. So I'm going to set it down to something like 10 for now. I think I'm still going to, like, steamroll everything because I've still got all the abilities and everything. But hopefully I won't literally one-shot enemies this way. Or here, I'll set it at 8.
That was like, what had New Game... Persona 5, I think it was, like, rips you out of a New Game Plus with, you keep your level, but you keep all your personas. It's like you still kind of destroy everything. But it's just not satisfying when you're not at level 99. On my New Game Plus on Persona 3, I didn't realize, because that wasn't the first New Game Plus I'd ever played, right? Mm-hmm. And so, like, there was the beginning, and I, like, destroyed everything in one hit, and I'm like, is this supposed to happen? Like, is this supposed to be, like, making a point about how I'm, like, so great? Very confused, but... That kept me at level 92 when I started my new game.
I'm just talking to these guys because they have stars. Not have much presence, so always end up hearing grown-ups say things sneaky not supposed to hear. Sneaky give example. Attacks not just for dealing damage, sometimes they have additional effects. Sneaky have low reading levels, so not exactly sure what that mean. Sneaky's not very smart.
Sneaky's so cute.
Alright.
Oh, you can get damage from falling?
Yeah, fall damage.
The worst.
When you have when you have a city that's like this tall.
Oh, you just want to jump.
You want to, but if you fall the whole way, you're gonna die.
I hate that. I just like when you're just like blink.
This still is not as extreme as the village, as the Nopon village in Xenoblade 1, because that was a giant tree that had like 13 or 15 distinct floors to it, and when you're at the top and you look to the bottom, there's a pool that's like actually this big on the screen, and you can jump and you might hit it or you might die horribly.
The greatest game ever made, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets PC game. Greatest game in the world.
You gonna follow up with why, or are you just talking about your favorite game?
No, I'm just thinking, I'm like, this point isn't actually as... You know when you start talking and it's like... The story isn't really as good as I thought it was going to be.
You just kind of trail off.
Gawking at a boat. What are you, 12? Wait, maybe you are 12.
What's my age got?
Shut up, jumpsuit.
Like, bitch, you're wearing a ribbed jumpsuit and cat
You don't
ears.
close your mouth, son, you're going to swallow a fly.
What's her
She's
problem?
so sassy,
We're
though.
the same age. Also, you might want to watch where you stand. Otherwise, when we cast off, that rope will take your leg off.
Huh?
Gotcha.
What, you little...
Now look whose mouth's hanging open.
Rex, we're heading out.
Welcome to
There's no one
Parkour, the
seeing you
RPG.
off, right?
About.
You got night watch. Till then, rest up inside.
Aye, aye. Later.
Metal Gear Nop on. I'm looking back at the chat, the guy hiding in the barrel. Alright, Sprain. We're all good. I got everything that I need here. I can always come back later.
Text your grandpa!
Grandpa will be fine.
Will grandpa be fine?
Yeah, he's...
Really?
I'm pretty sure you can see him over there.
I just
right
have a
there, you see that
feeling
little head
that,
showing
like,
up on the side? That's
later
Gramps.
in the game, you're gonna return from the quest and be like, oh, he's dead. I'm getting that vibe. That, like, dead grandpa vibe.
There's a dead grandpa vibe?
I get a dead grandpa vibe. He's just so pure. He's like this, like, Capricorn sea goat thing.
Omega Metal,
made of stone.
Omega Metal, you might actually be happy about the territorial rot bar, and you'll see why when we get to the next continent. We should be reaching the Uncharted Zone tomorrow. There's plenty of time left. I guess I could talk with the clients for a bit. Besides, not every day you get to talk to real drivers. Better go see Monel. Won't be pleased if I show up.
So what's a driver?
I was just about to talk about that because
Okay.
There are people that you talk to who could define it for you, but Drivers are like special people in this game that, well, they all start off as normal people, but it defines it more when you go too. But they're people who like have blades, and blades are super powerful weapons that are actually like living beings. So that's why those people that came out earlier, they had like a sidekick with them. The guy in black and jumpsuit were the drivers, and the weird alien looking thing and the white cat, those are blades.
Okay.
So, like, over here, Nia and Dromark. So, Nia's the driver and Dromark's the blade. But Dromark has a voice and a personality and all kinds of stuff, so it's not just, like, just a weapon. Of course I'm not seasick. I'm just not used to ships with this many salvagers is on. Well, you'll be a wreck by the time we get there. I can handle myself! She's very prickly and I love her. Master Rex, you prepare to begin salvaging. Let us work well together to make this mission a success. Then he's much, much better about socializing. I like Sprain's helmet. I wish I could wear like that salvaging suit, because that's like more full out. And see, he doesn't have the little booty shorts. He's got proper pants.
Yeah, tight buns, but you know.
It'll be a while till you reach the destination. Get yourself rested and ready. That's the salvager way. I got guard duty. Well, looks like you won't be able to do any underage drinking tonight. Going to take over Monel's watch. He's on the lookout platform on deck. Papoonin, why are you here again? See, what are you doing here? Taking vacation, going on pleasure trip. It's a little suspicious. Yeah, because he's like Banna's right-hand man, and he's just here on the job that he doesn't need to be. Hey, Jin. You're from Letheria, are you? Sharam was raised in Fonset. The village is right by the Cloud Sea, so I grew up swimming in the clouds. That's why salvaging work comes naturally. I'm pretty confident in my skills. Very good. So yeah, he's got a very different look to him than does Rex.
Yeah.
Actually, I forgot that you could zoom in up close like this, so I can come down here and I'll show these guys off too.
Not like a difference of have you ever seen the picture where in Kingdom Hearts where there's Pete in like his weird chap, like all around crotch zipper thing next to the Harpoo realistic characters in Pirates of the Caribbean?
I have seen that,
oh
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a tad odd.
God, it's so funny.
Razzly Dazzly's here!
And just freaking like Johnny Depp being like, hey Sora. Like it's I don't know why they I mean, it's obviously not Johnny Depp, but somebody attempting to sound like Johnny Depp. God, it's funny.
What do you want, kid? I'm called Rex, actually. It's a pleasure to be working with you. So I'm guessing you're not going to fill me in on exactly what it is we're looking for. That's the idea. Why, you curious? Well, yeah, but I'll do the work. That's what I like to hear, kid. Hope your skills are more advanced than your age. My name is Rex, asshole. Evading Malos's attack when you're not a driver. Redhead, out of the camera. That's impressive, boy. I look forward to seeing how you handle the work ahead. Yeah, so this is this guy's blade. Is that a compliment? Thanks, I think. He really looks like an alien, like a xenomorph, and I think
Well, he
it
really
might be
looks
intentional.
Like alien, as in like alien.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like he looks like alien.
Yeah.
I don't know if that red thing is supposed to be his eye, because if so, that makes it even weirder. I never saw that before.
I don't think so, because it's only on one side.
Maybe this side might just be in darkness shadow
maybe.
shading though. Yeah, you see, he's got another one.
Oh no, well I think maybe that green thing's his eye.
Maybe.
That like thing that's like sticking up.
Maybe. I never looked too
Or
closely
maybe
at this
all
guy.
of those things on the top.
Okay,
are
I'm moving
eyes.
on now. That got weird.
Or maybe his long hanging loincloth is an eye.
Just eyes everywhere. I watched a playthrough of Xenogears recently, so like that thing has an eye monster in it. That's not too far out of what's possible for me right now. Yeah, let's start the shift. I can get a drink or two. It's not looking too good out there. It'd steal yourself. I won't be drinking myself into a stupor or nothing. Well, then you're missing out on the point of, like, on-the-job drinking, my dude.
That's the black ship from the harbour. Is it following?
Oh, yeah, I forgot they pointed that out.
It's way too cold up here.
You?
I'll have you know I've got a name. It's Mia. They've started boozing below decks. You should join them.
Why aren't you there?
It's not that I hate it. I just really don't need a headache right now.
Huh. Good thing you're not a salvager then.
Why's that?
Swim like a fish and drink like one too. That's the salvager's
Dude, you're like 12.
Sounds terrible.
Did they ever actually give him an age?
Probably.
He's underage.
Or is he just like anime age?
I think he's just anime age.
So kid.
A young anime age.
My name's Rex.
Okay, Rex. Why did you start salvaging in the first place?
That there.
The world tree.
Oh, I forgot this
I
happens.
don't get it.
You know, you find all sorts of things.
I can't remember if this cutscene played in day or not, but that looks really good at night.
Some of it trash. Some of it treasure. But all of it from people long gone. Have you noticed though there's fewer titans each day? I saw one go under just the other day. It was a pretty big one. There must have been loads of animals still living on it. Living space is running out. Day by day. And sooner or later, we'll be the ones sinking down into the cloud sea. But up there, Elysium is waiting for us.
Seriously, kid? Elysium? Don't tell me you believe that gaff. So that's why you're a salvager. It's just a lie for children. And that there is just an overgrown shrub.
If there's a way to get up there, maybe it's hidden below the clouds. Is it really that crazy?
Seriously though?
There'd be no need to fight over dwindling land and resources. No need to worry about our homes sinking away. Everyone could have peace and security. I mean, a dream like that, isn't that worth believing in?
Nobody can tell you what to believe, but... Everyone, huh?
What?
I always thought people were pretty selfish by nature, but you...
Huh.
Do you have parents?
No. When I asked Gramps, he told me they died when I was just a kid.
Gramps? Oh, the same one who taught you to use arts.
Yeah. He basically raised me himself. He's not like us, though.
Not like... I'm not sure I catch your drift. But this Gramps of yours sounds alright.
Huh.
And you're alright too, kid.
Yeah, you see, she
Not that
warms up.
different from me.
I think we're there.
We're in position. All personnel report to stations. Salvage team, suit up and proceed to hatch.
Oh, cool, good. I did want to check the system here real quick. See if I might be able to tweak the sound options a bit. Cutscene voice
Okay,
all the way
I'll
up.
get back.
Go for it. Oof. There we go. I'm happy with that. All right, cool. So we're there. Shabam. Papoonins at the end of the hall. What are you doing sneaking about the place? Meh. Never mind Rex about Papoonin. What happened to salvaging? Chairman expect results. I'll be working hard, especially when there's 100,000 reward on the line. That's the spirit. Now quick, down the stairs and head to the rendezvous point. But there's a treasure trove in here. I need the treasures. Look at that. It's like 200 G's right there. Better scurry along to the meeting. Up here? No, it's down below.
Your target is located inside a shipwreck 450 pace straight down. Searching the wreck while submerged is too high risk for our tests, so we'll be using flotation devices and cranes to lift the hull first. Next, you'll split into teams and explore the interior. Once the target is found, retrieval can commence. If that's clear, let's begin with attaching the floats. Get into position.
We're paying you lowlives a lot, so don't screw it up.
You smoke souls.
While you were gone, I think you missed the Nopon have little salvaging suits too.
Did they have chaps?
We didn't see them from behind. There they are.
Aww. They're like little balls.
They are. Like, I'm pretty sure Nopon will grow on you.
They're kind of growing on me. I'm not gonna lie.
And submerge.
All right. While this scene is going on, because I know this takes a couple minutes and it looks pretty cool, but I'm gonna hit the washroom too.
Okay.
Cue underwater swimming that was never there before.
Is that it? It looks pretty ancient. Is that the propulsion mechanism? I've never seen one that shape before. Which country made this?
Whoa, that's massive.
The appearance matches our reports, but it's what's inside that matters.
Object is secure. Proceed to second phase.
I forgot how awesome it looked when they just raised this giant ship with, like, balloons.
Pretty sick.
Excellent work. You're not half bad, you know that.
I'm gonna give you all the credit for this whole team.
All teams, proceed inside when ready.
Right then, let's get moving.
Yeah, what up, Horns?
With us.
Me?
You're gonna drag the kid along. Seriously?
Guess he thinks you need all the help you can get.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't just stand there. You've got your orders, haven't you?
Hey, Ogundapon, how's it goes? And ancient ship. All right, yeah. So I get to do a little bit of a party formation here. You might be able to tell who becomes a permanent party member based on this screen. So I'm actually gonna grab these guys so that this isn't a steamroll. Actually, no. You know what I'm gonna do, because I think this would be cool. No, hold on a second. Damn. I want to just get Rex right out of the party. That would have been awesome. Oh well, let's run with this. Creepy stalker girl is still following me. Yeah, I couldn't shake her even when I went underwater. She just like floated along behind me. I don't understand how. The pressure should have killed her. No telling what you'll find in an undiscovered region. Best to remain vigilant. Still, you'll be with a bunch of drivers. They have incredible strengths. So you'll probably be fine with them. Concentrate on fulfilling your role in the mission. How's it going, tiny little Napon?
Aww, like a blueberry. God, you know there's an entire subset of people who were like had a fetish born from Violet Beauregard in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I did not.
Yeah, when she like inflated and turned into a blueberry. Apparently, there's like a huge subset of people who are like, oh man, Violet Beauregard,
they're just
blueberry.
into that?
Yeah, they're into people turning into blueberries. Same with Jim Carrey, The Mask. If you go on DeviantArt at any given time, there's like thousands of them of just like various celebrities with their faces photoshopped green so they look like Jim Carrey in The Mask. Yeah, it's more common than I would ever have expected.
Completely accidentally, I ended up like making like masks at work. Just this past week, because I've had to do some stuff with like facial rigging and experimenting with that. Okay. And the more complex rigs and like the really complicated faces, it wasn't working. So boss was like, make some simple stuff and make sure that the program actually works right. So I just made these simple little masks that look super simplified. They just have holes for eyes and a mouth. And then
Jim Carrey the Mask,
and the program just made them green by default. So like I had this lineup of guys with this face like,
yeah, no, screen cap them and then put them on like a premium account, charge money for them, and people will put them on like Natalie Dormer's body. Oh my god. Like if you go under, like on the most recent DeviantArt, it's like buff Natalie Dormer morphs, Jennifer Aniston with her face photoshopped green, and people photoshopped to be giant inflated blueberries. That's DeviantArt in a nutshell to me.
It's horrible.
It's a cesspool.
Pupoonin, why the hell are you still spying on us?
But where else is there? That's the thing with so many social media sites. You know, it's like, it's terrible, but where else?
Work of monster.
Oh, Banna's watching.
These no ordinary fighters.
God, just the name Bana, all I can think of is stupid Bana al-Abed. You know Bana al-Abed?
I do not.
The Twitter account for a supposed like Syrian refugee. And it was like J.K. Rowling like sent her Harry Potter books and she was like the face of Syrian refugees.
Oh, yes,
and
that
then
one.
it kind of turned out that her dad was in Al-Qaeda. And it was kind of really awkward. And they were like, so for a 7-year-old, you speak really good English. And she was like, my mom's a teacher. And then, like, she died. And then they realized they killed her off too early. So she, like, came back. And it was just a very awkward situation. Because, like, she probably wasn't real. Or, like, probably was, you know, having her tweets written for her. So somebody, now with, like, the Venezuela thing, somebody made the Twitter account Banya. As like a Venezuelan refugee to make fun of the awkward Twitter. God, there were so many funny. God, someone's like, as you can see, Bana is fine. It had just like the CIA in their offices, like typing on the computer. I don't know. I don't know if she was real. I don't know if she was writing the tweets herself. I don't know. But there was shadiness, and it inspired a lot of good pictures.
I've been seeing some like really choice pics at work, or like people sharing images and gifs and stuff at work because everybody in my office except for me,
Get the chest.
and I can't. There's a big hole. Everybody in my office except for me has magical access to like the wittiest snaps and gifs on the internet. It feels like it's been this way for years. But like I can't remember any of them. I'm just basically telling everybody that I've seen some hilarious shit. Believe me.
Trust me, it's really funny. God, you know that the one gif of like the robot and he's like gently opening the doorknob and then just crashes through and breaks the entire door? I think about that every time someone walks into class late because that's exactly what they do. Like I'm late virtually every day for every class ever. I just can't get it. Like I was like half an hour later than I just can't get out the door. Like to be fair, I was burning my mixtape. That's why I was slightly late. My mixtape. Right. Yeah, I had to build it, and then there were too many songs, and I had to figure out what songs I was to pull off the mixtape. The mixtape's really important to me. But anyway,
sorry, he just fell through the floor. I heard that, and then he fell through the floor. All right, continue.
I'm like a freaking ghost. Like I just like glide into class, and I'm like my backpack kind of thing. I just like I lift the chair up so it doesn't squeak, and just like into the chair. I'm like the most respectful person when I come in late, and then like inevitably as I'm doing that, someone just like kicks the door open, throws their backpack down. They're like, stretch. They like rip their coat off, and they're like,
made it.
Their chair out, and they're like, whoop, down. It's unbelievable. I hate university. It's just the worst place to be. Oh my god. So I was like super late, so I'm like, whatever, I'm super late anyway. I may as well go to Starbucks. So I got a latte, and then I was really late, so I'm like, oh, I'll run to the bathroom while they're making it, and then, you know, come back. I might be a couple minutes late, but like they'll see me go off. So I get back, they haven't made it yet, so I'm like, oh, whatever. And then they like put out like a white mocha, and I'm like, it's certainly not what I ordered. I ordered a soy vanilla latte. And like no one's claiming it, and then the person comes over.
Also, just before this goes off, but Video Gamer Paul confirms your story of things online.
Yeah.
Of weird things online.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
And it's completely normal. Like it's not like one person be like, oh, I'm really into Jennifer Aniston looking like Jimmy. Like it's like 100,000 people are like, oh yeah, I love this, and like just floods of comments being like, oh man, can you do Angelina Jolie next? Like. It's insane. Anyway,
it's a weird little space where they all just congregate.
I'm like, I'm glad that you're together. I'm glad you found your people. You know, it's nice, I guess. Maybe you can find like, you know, maybe you'll find a partner who will paint their face green and act like Jim Carrey the Mask. I don't know. Like, to each their own. I'm judging, but I'm not really. I'm not making moral judgments. But what was I talking about?
Being late and coffee and Starbucks.
Oh, okay. So. Anyway, so she was like, oh, the service employee was like, someone like grabbed your drink and ran off with it. And I'm like, oh. So she's like, oh, I'll remake it. So she makes my drink.
Did you have to stand there awkwardly for like 10 seconds and be like, so, before she got that? Like, was she just stating that as a fact?
I just assumed that like she hadn't made my drink yet.
Oh.
So I was just like waiting, and then she was like, oh, like this white mocha, and like there were a couple other people, and they were like, no. And I'm like, no. And then like I walk over and she's like, oh, I think the last guy took your drink. So anyway, so then there's like this white mocha, right? Because she makes a drink, and I'm like, awesome. And I'm like, she's like, do you want to take it like for a friend or something? And I'm like, well, I don't have any friends, so it's gonna be a problem, but I'll take it anyway and see if I can pawn it off to someone. Because like, you know, I don't have any friends. I just don't have any friends in that particular class.
Right.
Or any of my classes.
Right.
So
as you do.
As one does. So I'm like, you know, maybe I'll just go over to someone and be like, oh, hey, does anyone want this? Which is vastly overestimating my social skills. Like, vastly overestimating how outgoing I am.
Just come over and sort of set it on the table and, like, point and then slowly walk away.
I mean, yeah, so I see a bunch of people sitting and I'm like, and then I fail. So I'm walking to my class and, like, I hold the door open for someone, and then she's like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, oh, by the way, I got this, like, extra drink. They made me drink one. Do you want this mocha? Like, it's free. Nothing wrong with it. And, like, she, honest to God, acts like I was trying to, like, sell her a poison drink. She's like, yeah, that's okay. I'm fine. And I'm like, oh no, like there's nothing wrong with it. Like it's just like they just like made it wrong. Like
As soon as you say that, it just makes it sound worse. Like, I
Like,
promise there's nothing wrong with this drink. Just
like,
take
no,
it.
like they just like you know, I'm just and she's like, I'm fine. And I'm like, okay. So like I asked him, I'm like, nobody will take this stupid drink. And I'm like, it's a free fucking drink. Like just take it. So I'm like, it's a university student thing. Like university students. So I was texting Shelby because I was having so much stress over this stupid drink, and I'm like, now I have this white mug, and I'm like this like idiot with like 2 drinks, and I'm like, should I just drink them both?
Yes.
I drank them both.
That's the answer, by the way.
Except like, I don't really like white, so I took a sip, and I'm like, oh god, it was like kind of gross, and I'm like, I was already like, yeah, it was just a bad situation, but I'm like, I guarantee you, I was thinking, I'm like, what if I write a note and I'm like, free to a good home, and then put it, and I'm like, I guarantee you, because of the way university students are, people just like walk around like it was like a used Johnny. Like they'd just be like, ooh, But like, I guarantee you, at a community college, people will be like, oh wow, a free drink, then they drink it. But like university students are just like, I don't know, they're just...
Can't speak to that. It's been a while since I was in university.
You know the people who are like, that's weird. Like, shall we call them like that's weird people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she has a friend.
Sorry, I think it's funny right now how everybody's waiting and ready to go, but the CPUs won't start until I do. So we're all just sort of standing here in battle pose, waiting for this balloon to come back. They're actively dodging away from it. All right, there you go, guys. Somebody in the chat wanted to talk about the music. I love this battle music. So I just wanted to get in that in there. All right, continue with your story.
I lost my place. It wasn't even a good story. None of my stories. I don't have a single good story. The only good story I have is about that party.
They're funny to listen to, but maybe hold on to that one for a while.
The party with the dragon who curled on my lap.
All right.
That's what I'm still like in awe that it happened to me. That like I just so happened to be at a party where a person started snorting and circling and pretending to be a dragon, even though no alcohol, no drugs involved. Like this was a totally sober moment, and just like, and then just like flop 'em. Yeah, that's a story for another time.
Yeah. We don't want these people thinking that you're a weirdo who goes to weirdo parties.
It was such a weirdo party. Because that was with the person who was like, oh yeah, I'm into pedophilia. And I'm like, excuse me?
All right, shuffling that aside. You'll have to keep watching the stream series to get the end of that in 2 months' time.
Yeah. I know. I don't know what happened to her. She moved away and like her fiance, like we spoke like once again and then... Yeah.
Stop looking at me. Stop. I have to get behind you so that I can just like one-shot you. Damn it. I'm so slow. Come on. It's right there. Bam! Right at the bunghole. All right, it's dead. Big flaming sword right at the bunghole. You're telling me you wouldn't go down?
Check this out. There it is. Adam's crest.
Adam's crest. What does that mean?
You. Open this door.
Me?
This door will only open to one of you people.
One of me? What are you talking
Don't worry about the pedophilia thing, guys, right now. That's neither of us. That was a story that got cut short. About somebody else.
Hell?
Nobody was
Don't treat
harmed.
Iron Hands like that.
I think they were only saying it for shock value.
No.
Don't worry.
How do we open this thing?
So there's a door here. The guys are like, you, Rex, open this door. And he's just like, what? Why? You do it. And they're like, no, you do it. And it had something called Adam's crest on it. And
So
there
that
we
was a
go.
release top-
Rex can just open it.
Just as I thought.
Wait. There. Open that door too.
It's very pretty in here. It looks like winter.
Yeah.
Is there supposed to be an echo? Dang it, there's still an echo. Sorry, Cora. I've been trying to deal with the audio and get rid of that. Is it still not good? Is it still like game happening before, I mean audio, echo happening before game? Or is it game before echo now?
What is that thing?
I'm not going to do it now because this is an important point. But just let me know.
It's
Well,
hey, it's Red Stalker Girl. And there's the sword I've been using all along.
So New Game Plus is kind of dampen things from a story aspect.
It's there's a lot of other stuff that I know how to hide or that it does hide. I just wasn't expecting it to give me that right off the bat. That's the one thing. It was like, damn you. It could be far worse than it is.
Yes, no mistaking it. That's the Aegis.
The Aegis.
Like you may have noticed that just standard ass.
Hey, Brett! Don't even think about touching that! Huh?
I'll say it in a minute. And now we're dead.
But why?
Don't take it personally. It's an act of mercy. At least you won't be alive to see what's coming.
All right, game over. Thanks for coming over.
All right. Now I can print my notes.
Jin, why did you kill him? Why? What did Rex ever do to you? Jin.
I like that. Like, why did you kill him? What did he ever do to you?
Let's ship out the Aegis. Nia, call the Monoceros.
Oh yeah, we're in the Majora's Mask moon. And hello, Red Girl. I'm gonna go talk to you now. This is the point where it stops being weird.
Excuse me?
It's such a mournful sound.
Huh?
It hasn't stopped. Not in all these years.
Hasn't stopped? You mean that bell sound? Is the Praetorium somewhere nearby? Where are we?
This is Elysium. The land where long ago mankind lived in harmony with their creator. It's where we were born.
Get out!
Get out! You rascal!
Oh, I never noticed that there before.
Is that a core crystal? You're a blade.
My name is Pyra.
What? Oh, right. Mine is...
I know you. You're Rex, right?
How did you know my name?
Just now, when we came into contact.
Just now? Sorry. I can't seem to remember how I got here.
You were killed. Stabbed through the heart by Jinn.
Jinn?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
I remember now. That bastard stabbed me. Oh man, this is bad. Everyone in the guild is in danger. No, wait. I can't do anything if I'm dead. The Titan's fucked. If I wasn't dead, I'd kick that guy's ass.
Relatable reaction.
Rex, I have a request. Can you take me to Elysium?
Elysium? But isn't that here?
This world is merely a memory. An ancient, half-forgotten memory of what once was. The real Elysium
She's wearing a thong over her shorts.
lies in your world.
It's under.
Atop the world
I think
tree
it's over.
that rises from the heart of all rest.
Get it?
Memory? So it's like an illusion. But there's no way. I'm dead, remember? How can I help if I'm not breathing?
I will give you half of my life force. That way, you can be revived. As my driver. As the driver of the Aegis.
The driver? Of the Aegis? What the...
What will you do, Rex?
Is this place really your home?
It is.
And it really exists?
Rex, I know what you're thinking, and you are correct. By coming to this place, you can save the world. Save it from the slow demise that is its fate.
We wouldn't have to live in fear. Then there's only one choice. I'm in. Let's go to Elysium. I'll take you there myself.
Thank you, Rex. Now place your hand on my chest.
What? Are you sure?
Good boy, Rex. Make sure. Oh, I do so love the music in this game. That was another... I completely forgot the main theme of the game played there. Because I wasn't listening for it the first time I watched. It'd be stupid if the moment he wakes up, he trips and impales himself again. So yes, until this point, Rex was using in the story just a standard like iron
Some
sword.
chipple,
Yeah,
yeah.
the thing that he's had in cutscenes. Malice is a strong boy.
Nia, end them.
End? Like what?
The price for their lives has already been paid in full. Now that we have finally obtained the Aegis, the fewer living souls know about it, the better.
I can't do that. These people haven't done anything wrong.
I don't understand you. Now. Have you forgotten why you came here to begin with? Nia.
No, but...
Oh, for the love of... Fine, I'll handle it myself. What the...
And that was the worst scream in the whole game. It gets better.
Okay, good, good.
Rex is better at subtlety than intense screams, but that was the worst one.
That sword can't be!
It's kind of low to stab a man in the back. You bloody psychopath! Pyra!
Here!
Cover me!
Got it.
Jin, leave him to me. Sorry, kid. I can't let the likes of you just claim her power for yourself. This is as far as it goes.
Aegis! Over here! Just leave it out!
Give it a rest, Malos. Can't you see he's just a child?
A child? Don't make me laugh. This kid made himself the Aegis driver!
The Aegis' driver. Rex is...
Yeah! Ah! You're done!
So they get superpowers.
You're welcome.
Like big energy blasts and shields and stuff like that. That's how they become anime protagonists.
I was gonna say, I haven't watched, like, anime or played video game, like, in a long time. It's like, it's so hard to take things seriously, which is like comically oversized boobs and like Naruto running and like...
The visual design of Pyra, yes. Well, I'll talk more when the scene's done.
Like, it's quite a low-hanging fruit, because it's, you know, when the character designer is the same guy who did, like, Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. But it's just so hard not to. You just have to comment. Like just yellow ribbed bodysuit, little fangs.
How can a nobody like you? Ah, but with those eyes, I guess I should have been more wary from the start.
What do you mean?
Like I tell you.
Well, at least everybody else is getting away. We bought him time. Hiya. Okay, so since I downgraded my level, we will have a little bit of time to chat here, and I'm not going to kill him in one shot. Yes, the visual design of Pyra is like one of like the only things that I could like have as a complaint for this game. And yes, like it does read as like a little bit of a low-hanging fruit, but from what my experience in the game is and what everybody else who like really reviewed and got into it is it's very much like a crime to judge the whole game just based off of that first impression.
Oh, of course.
Control the Aegis like that. However,
Because the rest of it gets a lot deeper. It's just unfortunate that was one of the decisions for a core character.
That's the thing with a lot of character designs I find, especially in like anime and Japanese video games, when it's kind of more like tropey, I guess, is that like the character designs sometimes just like like the point of a character design is to really harmonize with the character and really
Mm-hmm.
show you who they are through their appearance. So a lot of times it's like, well, what the, like, it just, there's no match at all because the desire to be like sexy or cute or like all this, it kind of just doesn't go at all.
There will be a period coming up pretty quick where we'll have a bit of downtime. We can chat about that sometime.
I get it, but
Nia's changing sides. Like, now that I'm less being wowed by the events, I am loving the fight choreography in the cutscenes.
You're pretty sharp for someone who's only just woken up.
Pyra!
Takes me back to 500 years ago. What's the deal with that appearance? I'm guessing your goal is Elysium.
that is our dream.
Then I have no choice but to stop you.
Pyra, watch out!
Oh, their ship has guns on it too. Awesome.
Pyra! You're right.
More or less.
Stop this.
Nia!
Got some Spider-Man moves.
Where'd you get this grapple?
You're a tough one.
He's had it since the beginning.
Oh, I did not notice.
It's part of his salvager's gear.
Apparently.
What's that?
Don't worry, Gramps doesn't die in the harbor.
Thought he was gonna die.
Jin, still you persist. And is that Malos?
Azurda.
Rex, get on.
Got it!
Rex!
We'll go in. Hold on tight.
Stop them! Open fire! Turn her around! Ready to cannon!
It's no use. They're out of range.
Damn it!
They gave us the slip. Turn around.
We're not chasing them?
The Aegis is awakened. That's enough for now. I'll have Akos up and down.
That'll have to do.
Oh my god, Nia was in Dromark's mouth? I didn't know that.
Yeah, did you not see it?
No, I thought she just...
I was wondering where she was, and I'm like, oh. Chompy.
Chapter 1, Encounters. That's chapter 1. It's a little bit shorter. Don't look at those faces. Those are important faces.
I don't know.
Cool. Leaving the save screen. Yes. This is okay. And yes, Daydream. Pyra can fight on her own. Blades can fight on their own, but they have a dynamic setup where they can't do it for very long. They kind of like send energy back and forth. That's how it works.
So, Papunin wisely ran away for dear life.
Wise? Who wise now? You useless idiot! Why can Papunin not even die properly? What if he asks Banner to repay money?
Huh? Die? Repay who?
None of your business. Anyway, tell me where Rex and Blade went.
Totally on the up and up. This guy.
Friends ran away. Went to south of Cyclus Sea. After that, Banner knew as much as Papunin. Storm was very thick, so Papunin...
Papunin lose them, yes?
Yes, but...
And then run away like coward?
Yes, but...
Bad enough wanting feeble excuses of Papunin! Just get back here! You got lot of work to do! Even pricey insurance Banner take out on Maelstrom go to waste. Still, how interesting. Heading southward from Cyclus Sea. In current season, that likely take them to Gormott. You go! Get Consul Dougal on the line immediately!
Yes, sir. One moment, please.
I think they have a rotary phone.
Why, if it isn't Chairman Banner! What an unexpected pleasure! May I just say that I admire how you rebranded those broken core crystals? And selling them on to the dunderheads back in Morardane. Absolutely sublime!
Banner did not call to hear pointless flattery. And blubbering about core crystals on unsecured line? Is Dougal some kind of idiot? What if Indor tapped our communication?
The answer is yes.
Oh, of course. I'm very sorry.
Man, forget it. We got bigger fishes to fry.
Oh? What's going on?
Listen up.
I'm sorry.
You're right. You're in the right. I'm not saying it's flawless. They've got a few points. Just like, come on, guys.
Like, it just saps out any sort of, like, emotional, like, it's just like, boom! Obviously it's not this game in particular, like, it's...
We seem to have washed up
it's
on
somewhat ubiquitous in the genre.
XC1 did not have those parts to it, which is a part of why people really love it. But
well, it's refreshing, you know.
When you get past it from this game, like all of the best parts of this game come in like the last half when you've just gotten accustomed to whatever it's doing.
We gotta find them. They can't be far.
Okay.
All right, so now we get a little bit of downtime running around. So, chat, respond to some. Yeah. So the Nopon in this game say meh a lot. Yeah, as I was saying, as I responded, I don't really love that either. Mostly because it does get a little bit irritating, I think. And they already had a broken English as a defining trait, but that's just what another characteristic they chose to give them in this game. They all speak in more regular accents and like voices in this game too, whereas in the first Xenoblade, they all had kind of like squeaky, cutesy animal type voices. which wasn't too bad, but they weren't around quite as often as they are in this one.
Yeah, I mean, those are hard to do right a lot of time too.
I feel like they did do them pretty well. But anyway, you were mentioning tropey stuff. Part of when it comes to the voices, actually, one of the reasons that I really like the English voices over the Japanese voices for this game in particular is because I tried listening to some of the Japanese voices, and they are hella tropey. Like Pyra and Nia, they both just sound like squeaky cat girls, and Gramps sounds like that old drunk sort of like elder guy.
I know exactly what you're
like
talking
you
about,
just have to say like a vague description, you know the voice. Like that's what all of the voices are in Japanese. Whereas in English, like they're all regionalized and you get this awesome Welsh stuff, and I love that Nia sounds like a 40-year-old Scottish mom.
Yeah, I don't know, like it doesn't match her. Like I don't know.
Another one of those things where yes, I agree with you. But
it doesn't match her appearance, but it matches her character more.
As the game goes on, this game, unlike Xenoblade Chronicles 1, where you could just sort of take it and run with it, and the British charm, you just sort of get it and go with it. There's a lot of points in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 where it's like they don't seem to blend quite as well early on, but as you go through the game, as you get like a dozen hours in or whatever, it just starts it just like starts cementing itself, and then it feels like a match. Because now anything that isn't that angry Scottish mom for Nia sounds just like blasphemy to me. But yeah, now we're not in Argentum anymore. So this is what it was kind of like running around Colony 9 in Xenoblade 1 in those scenes that the video cut out.
Right.
Is you just get like this running around, and you get like all these animals and wildlife, and they all have levels, so you can tell like how tough it would be to fight them. But you don't have to, unless you like walk up against it and it chooses to come at you, bro, all aggressively, and then you just stab it and it's dead.
So that is not a deer. I thought that was a deer. Dead wrong.
The creatures take like they take inspiration from real life creatures, but they've got this fantasy feel to them.
Yeah.
As for why and so now I can show you the thing I wanted to show you, because now there's Pyra. She's my blade. I'm a driver now.
Right.
So the reason that I can still do that insane amount of damage is and also I can do all of this extra stuff. Because I'm not going to yet, like I'll wait for the story, but you get to keep your blades from the previous playthrough. So as the game goes on, you get more blades. It gives you the ability to like summon a bunch of them. And there's a lot of nameless ones you can grind through, but there's also unique ones that you only get one of. And as we get a little bit deeper, I'll hitch on a couple more of them. But the reason why I'm doing so much damage with Pyra right now is because I have these abilities maxed. So it still like has a insanely high multiplier on whatever damage I'm doing. Like I'm supposed to be running around with Sword Bash 1, which is like increases damage by 80%. So I've got these super moves that are still gonna do insane amounts of kill shot damage to stuff. It's just not like one-shotting them unless I get it lined up just right. Like if I hit this guy from the front with this move... Okay, well, the bad example.
Terrible example. It's fine, it's fine.
That particular lizard still just ate shit. Yeah, I gotta sneak in here. I think we found Gramps.
Gramps! Gramps is my favorite.
I told you I wasn't gonna die in the harbor. He dies here.
I knew it! I knew it!
How awful. Hold on. I should have some herbs.
You are kind, but no amount of human medicine would suffice.
You can't have Rock Goat Obi-Wan living.
My boy, this is my fate.
I can't help it. Can I?
Just once, I want like a parent figure to live. Just like don't even. They could just like be like, yeah, I'm moving back.
The flow of the ether wills it.
Oh, into sparkles.
The days with you were the best I ever had. Until we meet again, Rex.
Life in the Xenoblade Chronicles game sort of comes from this ethereal force called ether.
Yeah, I was not really expecting them to be quite so like spiritual.
Xeno games have a lot of spiritual and religious references to them. See, like, that was a good yell.
Yeah, that was good. Good job, Rex.
I told you not to cry, didn't I, Rex? Rex. Rex.
Grams! Rex!
There you go. He did die, but he also lived.
What?
He's just really tiny now.
How is that?
You got your wish.
Good.
Use your eyes. Don't you recognize me?
Seem a little confused.
Well, not really, no.
Looks like the animal companion to a magical girl.
So you see, by maximizing cellular regeneration to retain all vital bodily functions, I seem to have reverted to a larval state.
That's what it is. I'll show it off in a sec.
Handy. Must be nice to be a Titan.
This isn't something just any old Titan can do. Only one so advanced as myself. Rex, are you angry?
I'm not. It's more that I didn't want you to see me blubbering like a baby.
Oh, it's okay to be angry.
So, when will you be back to your old self?
Good question. No more than 300 years.
300 years? I'll be long dead by then.
I suppose that's true.
Do you know that T-Rexes, when they were born, they gained it was like 20 kilos a day.
Opportunity to fly the nest.
You mean
They eat a lot.
Yeah. And there was no grass.
It's a
I mean, I know they
massive
eat grass, but like,
still.
like it just fucks me up that like there were no flowering plants at that time. Like there were no flowers. There was only like ferns.
Oh shit! We can't stand
And,
around
like,
all day. We have to find.
Early
Mia.
on, there were no mammals. Like
You mean that
Crazy.
driver and her blade
Crazy.
from before?
Yeah. They kind of saved our lives.
I do hope they're all right.
Different time. Took many, many years to get there.
Do you remember anything?
I remember crashing through many trees before
the event of
landing
grass
here.
was actually one of the most
They
important. Well, not
probably
most important,
fell
but
off then.
actually astoundingly important because it just regrows.
That's not a whole lot.
Whereas
to
other
go on.
plants, you know. Anyway, who
Perhaps we
cares?
would have some luck following the trail of broken trees.
Good thinking, Pyra. Let's go.
By the way, Rex, is that a core crystal I see shining on your
Oh
chest?
yeah, I'm a blade now.
Just what happened to you?
Forgot to mention it in all the
tell you
commotion.
Right now, we need to find Nia.
Oh, now this makes a nice change.
There you go. He basically is a magical girl now.
Aww.
He's got his own companion just riding
Sitting
around
in
in
his
his little bag.
helmet?
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute. I like it.
Okay, so I remembered what's actually causing all the damage. It's not the fact that I have that those abilities. It's the fact that I have these No, not that one. It's the fact that I have this. That's the one. So I have these crazy high chips. So it's taking my auto attack damage, which is supposed to be like 30 right now, and setting it at 575. And then that gets multiplied by like 300% for my moves. So, guys in the chat, you are right. I could put on like a kind of shit chip to make this not be quite so bad. But the shittest one I've got is this amethyst, which still makes me very more powerful than I should be.
Put it on anyway.
Or I could put on this positron one and get 731. Yeah, I'll put on a shit chip for a while. Because I can always just increase my level back up anyway. So I have this steel chip. I'll use that.
I always get kind of sad on a New Game Plus when like I start getting to the point where I can't just like one hit kill everything. 'Cause that's why I play video games, right? Like I don't like challenge. I like winning.
Okay, so now let's try fighting this level 5 bunnet, which I think are what they call the bunnies, except they're kind of like squirrels with little hands on their tails.
Ooh. Intriguing.
Yeah, I like them.
Okay, time to take you down.
There we go. Now I only half kill it per shot. Much better.
Just going around killing random
Bam.
animals.
It's giving me precious EXP. I need it. I have to get my levels back.
There was this like militia group in, I don't know where it was, like I think on the border of like Congo and Rwanda. And for some reason, I don't remember why, but like they were having some dispute with like the wildlife groups there. So they fucking crucified 5 gorillas. And I'm
That
like,
seems like some crazy overkill.
I'm a pretty gentle person, right? Like I'm not really like, but I'm like, you touch a single hair on that gorilla's head and I will fuck you up. I care so deeply about gorillas. Like I literally cried one time. So I was watching a video and it was like, gorillas are probably gonna go extinct. We're probably not gonna be able to save them. And I literally started like bawling my eyes out. Because I love gorillas. Gorillas did nothing to you.
They did not to me. Probably not to those people either.
Yeah, gorillas are overall very gentle.
Maybe that's why they chose gorillas, because it'd be so jarring because there's so few of them.
Exactly.
They're just bad people.
Yeah, they're like less than, God, I don't know. Like, it's in the thousands. Like the low thousands.
So I just burnt up a tree. The tutorial would have explained what happened, but like Blades, one of the other gameplay things for you guys in the chat, gameplay-wise, Blades also give you special like field abilities. So depending on which Blades you have equipped, you can sort of do different things in the field. Like you can burn stuff, you can melt ice, you can get some crazy high leaping powers. Earlier when I had that barrel that I couldn't open, do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, so that barrel needed to be opened by field skills. And I have Pyra, who gave me focus points, but I didn't have somebody with super strength, so I couldn't open it.
Oh, right. Yes, I do actually remember.
So if I go to Pyra, this chart is also much more filled out than it would be at this point in the game. Like, you get this first ring and that's it. But I've got all these extra things. So I have these abilities, which is like Fire Mastery, so I have more firepower. I have Focus, which gives me, obviously, that focus thing. And Pyra can cook.
Of course you can.
Yeah. Because she's got fire powers.
Ah! Charbroil some cod.
No, it gets more than that. There is another character in this game with fire powers who tries to charbroil a fish, and it is a spectacular failure.
I don't even know what charbroiling means, to be honest.
I think broiling is like grilling. It's another like cookie way of saying
Oh no,
put
broiling is
it
when you,
on
like,
fire.
You put water in it, right?
No, that's poaching.
What's eggs?
Yeah.
Isn't broiling like you're just putting in a frying pan with like some water?
That's frying.
No, it's like water. Not oil. You put it like...
Barbecues and steaks and all that kind of stuff is called charbroiling. And they definitely have claimed the word broiling for that purpose.
Alright.
Maybe it's the char part that says it's on a
I would
barbecue,
assume like
but...
the char part is because like there's fire. But...
Oh, I didn't mean to hit that again.
But barbecuing is just literally cooking with propane
I
fumes.
have
It's
to
like,
stop hitting that button.
I don't know. I know nothing about proper cooking terms. Like I'm...
Sam.
Like I can actually cook, I just don't know what any of the words are.
Alright. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of this, these in-game voices back up again, because they're so quiet right now. Sound settings. Game voice volume. Bam. Crank that up a couple notches. It's weird trying to find a balance, because like right now it's good. Like I want to hear some characters talking. But later on, you get a party of 3, and then they all have their own blades, and then there's enemies. So it gets to the point where you've got like 10 people screaming incoherent lines at the same time, and I'm like, maybe I want to hear the music for a while.
What's that sound?
I felt a ripple in the ether. It feels like a driver is using a blade in battle. I'm certain of it.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's actually a good quote that you could use for this area. Hey, Gramps, you're not the only one that died today. I died too.
My lady, leave this to me.
I'm not just gonna abandon you, Joma.
We're here to help. Nia.
Rex, what are you doing here?
My lady, now's our chance. Let's attack.
All right then.
So Nia's a healer, basically. She's got these big rings, but Dromark has specializes in using healing stuff. I also haven't had a chance to undo his level, so I'm just gonna let Nia shit wreck this thing.
Looks like one of those frogs that eats birds.
So why you guys even... Well,
I guess that's a stupid question.
Oh, charboiling is literally cooking over charcoal.
Oh, that makes sense.
Seriously.
So what is broiling then?
And you're all right.
Chefs, what is broiling? Tell me. I could Google it, but it's more fun to draw on the cohesive knowledge, collective knowledge.
The Titan.
Are you talking about me?
Wait, what? How?
That's sort of a long story. Let's get somewhere we can rest.
There's a bit of a delay. It'll take a
Tell me all
moment.
about it then.
How big is the delay?
That seems prudent.
10 to
My
20
lady.
seconds for them to see it and then
Sure.
respond.
Lead the way. I see. So you
Is the
two are
game
off to
also on delay?
Elysium.
Okay.
Listen, I never thanked you properly. For saving us, I mean. Jormark said that you carried us all the way here.
We owe you our lives, Titan.
No need to thank me. After all, you were the ones who saved Rex.
Don't mention it. So, you Titans can regenerate. Pretty handy.
This isn't something just any old Titan can...
You can retire that line now.
Excuse me. I'd like less of that
I like the amount of
attitude.
sass they get in this,
If you
though.
had listened to me and declined that reckless job to begin with, we wouldn't be in this mess. Take a nap, you said. Like I was some kind of doddery old man.
Okay, I get it. I'm a terrible disappointment. Look how sorry I am.
Can you not muster even a shred of sincere remorse?
Sorry, but I can't.
Nope.
If I hadn't taken the job, they'd have got their hands on Pyra.
Rex.
I couldn't let that happen. No way. They can never take her.
I do like her little, like, scarf cape thing though.
Like,
It's quite nice.
it's pretty cool design overall.
It
It's
is.
just-
Like it really is.
I see.
I can't seem to
She
sleep.
kind of reminds me of like 5 Code Geass characters mashed together. Like it might be the
Good to
hair.
see you again, Azurda.
So she knows him too.
Likewise.
A lot of people seem to know
You've
Gramps.
changed a lot since last we met, Pyra.
I suppose I have. A lot's happened.
Yes, it has. I wanted to thank you for saving my dear Rex. And I need to know what you told him. Is that what you really intend?
Yes. It is my true desire.
I see. Well, that's good enough. I have no reason to doubt you, Pyra.
That said, I do have one other goal now.
Jin and Malos.
I cannot allow them to continue with their current course.
The fate of an Aegis never changes.
Right.
And you're going to get Rex mixed up in this? I'm not blaming you. No matter how hard you tried, that boy would find some way to get involved. I see half your core is missing. Seems you've taken on quite a burden.
Azurda, I...
Promise me you'll take care of Rex.
I will.
Right then. We should probably try and find a town or something. Does anyone have any idea where we are?
This is Gormott, a province of the Ardanian Empire. You must have seen the Gormott Titan before.
Yeah, only from a distance though.
We're somewhere around its belly.
So, this is Gormott, huh? Hang on a second. Nia, your ears.
You see, they do talk about it.
Okay,
Well done, genius. Took you long enough.
Gormott is the land of my lady's birth.
Wow. Well, that's reassuring.
If we want to find a town, the first step is to get out of this forest. Keep heading up, and we'll hit the plain soon. The town's that way.
Brilliant. Let's get going.
So, Chad is saying broiling is heating from above.
Ah.
Grilling is heating from below.
Oh, yeah, Jesus, it's a setting on my oven.
So,
God.
what the fuck is charbroiling then? Because that's grilling from below. Anyways, yeah. I wanted to say, but then my goddamn stutter got in the way and didn't let me start up a sentence. In the middle of those two little scenes there. Yeah, Gramps kind of knows Pyra, and he's like, he's not being super overprotective about it. He's just like, yeah, this is the way it is now. Just don't be an asshole, all right? And we got the blessing, so it's like, yay.
Yeah, good.
Pyra seems like a pretty good girl so far. She's got a lot of weight on her, like
Yeah.
from responsibilities and stuff. It's pretty obvious.
I
from
was
the way
gonna
she's
make a
holding
joke
herself.
about.
I know, that's why I clarified it there.
Certainly does.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I can do this now. I can fall off.
Fall and
vines.
take damage, or what?
That's not what I wanted to show you. It's just too perfectly timed. So now I can actually swap who I'm controlling.
Oh,
so
cool.
I can run around as Nia if I want. And when Nia's got Dromark on, she actually just like, she does have a proper run cycle and everything, but with Dromark, she just rides around on him. So I thought this was awesome when I saw it, because it's like, that is so personalized and it's cool, and when you climb...
Oh!
So it's like, this is so cool! This is a very different, like, type of just running around in a field.
Yeah.
Except he has to have the regular jump of a normal guy, so he kind of has a very up and down bound.
I wonder what we will
Yeah, you see? So here's another one. Don't worry about her right now.
That should do it.
Gonna have to avoid stuff for a while. Yeah, so just kicking around in the forest so far. I gotta get to the top so that I can get out of this forest. I think it's not too far off now. Yeah, so here's another field skill that I know won't trigger weird stuff.
I call upon the power of
She's just like, get out of my way, tree. Phew.
Just incinerate it.
Yeah.
Forest fire.
Other fire blades can have that kind of thing too. Dromark's a water guy, so he can generally like help me dive or swim through some crazy deep stuff.
This is an area where I excel.
But running around in the overworld is where we're gonna hear a lot of the game's like really good music, aside from like the battles, important battles, and then story cutscenes where it's like it's ambient stuff. But running around in the world has some of the best tracks in the game. We're not hearing it right now because we're in like a little tutorial area, but we're about to when we get to the open field. And what we can gather is that Nia's lazy. Absolutely, she will ride the tiger instead of just running.
Why would you not, though?
So this is Gormott Field. It's enormous.
You...
Oh, my goodness. What a wonderful view.
Spectacular indeed.
Yeah, this is great. Especially after slumming it on Gramps' back for so long.
It served you well enough.
Over there, that's Torigoth, biggest city in Gormott. I'll accompany you as far as the city. After that, I'm afraid you're on your own.
Oh, on our own?
Of course. I would have thought even you know why I can't be seen with you.
Because you're supposed to be one of them.
I haven't known them very long. But you know, they're still my crew.
Your crew? Even after they tried to
Look,
kill
loyalty's big with us, alright?
Crew,
bro.
Maybe. But they're the closest thing I have to a family.
Nia?
Right, let's go.
You keep digging, Omega. You're not gonna find any of the sex quotes tonight. It's just they just don't want to pop up. I have a quote bot, and I like to use innuendos and wordplay a lot when I'm in my regular streams, and then people like to log them in this quote bot, and he just can't find any of the good ones right now. Well, that didn't work. I was gonna try to get on top of the wall for a second. Just for a hot sec so that I could see what's going on.
Leave it to me.
Bam. Fishies. Now we're in Gormott. Garanti Plain. This is one of the good exploring tunes. And I'm at this point, like, you can and are encouraged to just, like, run around this place for, like, 2 hours and exploring, like, all of the little nooks and crannies. Like, if I go to the map here, I can show you what this place actually looks like. Skip travel, Gormott province, lower province. I want upper level right. So, like, that area that we've been in is just this tiny little section down here. That's all we've been doing. All of this is now open, and this is only one section of this guy. And, like, it's not just from a surface level. There's depth to it. A lot of these things have, like, undergrowths and, like, overlevels, and there's cave systems, and there's some tunnels that lead you from, like, the southern tip to the northern edge. And you're like, how did I get on this cliff? And there's animals, like, everywhere. There's stuff, like, of all sorts of levels. There's birds flying overhead. This guy's a level 17. If you pop out of here as, like, a level 6 and you're not watching yourself, this guy will swoop down and just eat you. Like, just wreck your shit. There's no way to get away from it. And I think it was Omega. We're about to come up on a thing that I told you to watch out for. I'm just gotta do some more flower gathering. So Dromark has a field skill that lets you get more flowers. So instead of one set of collectibles, you get 2 pops. So that's why it's another reason why it's handy to have, like, some guys with field skills kicking around. And I don't know if there was like a big bird that was flying overhead, but one of the things New Game Plus does for you is there are unique monsters in this game, and if you kill unique, then it will stay dead for you, so that you don't have to fight it again, and more importantly, so that it doesn't come and harass you again. But I know that there was, like, a bird like that big blue one over there. Actually, that is the one. The Messart's house.
Yeah, it looks like maybe it's the one.
How's it going, birdie? I'm not actually wanting to fight you right now. I just wanted to make sure you were still there. And there was another guy around here that one of the guys in the chat wanted to see. I don't want to find him, but he ran off. I know I saw him earlier. Come on, where'd you go? There's another area. When you get up a little bit higher, you're, like, directly in its line of flight, and it just... and it repeatedly lands on that ledge, and you're like, just go away, I'm trying to do a quest here. And he's like, no, this is my home. Where did that big monkey motherfucker get to? Look, there's gorillas kicking around, alright?
Oh, my kind of game.
They call them gogols.
Where's the orangutans?
But there's one in particular, and I know I saw him earlier, and then he ran off. Come back, unique guy. I know he gets like a good draw distance on him. Just gotta find out where he went.
Oh, it was my time to shine in class today.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is a good time for storytelling.
She was talking about like, oh, you know, there was like Jane Goodall for chimpanzees and oh, the other one for gorillas, and I'm like, Fosse. Remember that 90% because we played the first half of Chris and Monkey Island, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. There's one part, the guy on the ship is Mr. Fosse. Because he has like his like gorilla crew.
Uh-huh.
And he's Mr. Fosse because it was Dr. Fosse was like the
Right. Oh, okay,
the gorilla
right.
aficionado.
That sounds familiar.
Partially why I remember it. Yeah, there's like the ship where you get tarred and feathered.
Yeah, there he is. I see him. Ah, he's up there. He's running on the he's running the log.
Yeah, my time to time. We were talking about primatology, and I'm like, let me tell you about primatology.
Here we go. There you go, buddy. You wanted to know if there was something like the territorial Rotbart? Does you one better. There is the territorial Rotbart. A level 81 giant monkey running around a field you first encounter at level 10. This guy,
an ape.
This guy does, and like often, will just ruin your shit. There's another one up here I want to show off too. There he is. Territorial Rotbart, I missed you. I knew it. That was just for you, Omega. I saw that message earlier. The game that puts a level 91 monster in a field of level 5 monsters. Absolutely, dude. I actually love that they do that because, like, they put stuff that all variety of levels in these areas. And, what it does when you're first running around and, like, exploring these areas, like level 15s, you have no hope of fighting them. What it does is it gives you, like, a sense of investment in an area. So you don't just run through the area and you're like, everything is at my level, and then when I get to the end of this area, I'll move on and I'll never visit here again. Right? By putting these areas that you clearly are not supposed to go to with, like, higher level monsters, and then these crazy, like, super high level super monsters, it's basically telling you, I'm either going to be revisiting here often, or it's going to give me a lot of side content to just, like, tell me to keep going back and explore.
Yeah.
And here, Immovable Gonzalez is here too. This is another one that exists in the first Xenoblade. It's just a big gorilla that sort of like stands in the way of a secret area, and you can't get past him until you're just strong enough to kill him. So he's back here too.
You're gonna die from jumping off these cliffs. Like,
look, you see, I can fall off, and it'll take a good amount of damage, but look, it heals back immediately.
oh, why does it heal back immediately?
Because they want to make sure that you're not putting yourself in like a bad situation if you get ambushed by something in the field that you weren't expecting. So as long as you, like, if you're in combat, it won't heal. But as long as you're outside of combat, you're basically at full charge all the time.
So they're basically allowing you to be a dumbass and jump off cliffs.
Yeah, because it encourages it encourages exploring. It doesn't punish you for like taking big leaps.
Good.
And you're like, I'm out of healing items. I can't make this leap. It's like, nah, dude.
Sounded slightly metaphorical.
We gotcha. Look at that. You're fine.
That's good. Well, nothing is worse than, like, that's the thing that I usually hate about games where you take damage from falling. It's like, you know, it takes forever because you have to go around and go on all the stairs and I'm just jumping off. Like in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets PC game, when you come out of your stupid dorm and you have to, oh, there's like, honestly, like, there's like 12 flights of stairs. Like, they're moving stairs, so you have to wait for them to come to you.
Awesome.
So I just jump down, but like later on, if any of you are invested in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets PC game, which I seriously doubt you can buy it, but I'm sure it's a collector's item. I'll sell it to you for like $400. Yeah, you learn Spongify. So there's like this tiny little square at the bottom. So as you're falling, you have to like, and then you're just like, wink.
I am listening, Spongify. I just wanted to point out that's a giant head.
Yeah.
I love this guy. Yes, Spongify.
Yeah,
so
no,
boy.
that's all I have. It's cool. Like I said, another one of those stories that just tapers.
It's okay, I'm very bad at telling stories too. I always feel like I have to let people know all of the details that makes me appreciate the story, and in telling them, I ruin it because people just don't care.
Yeah.
So, the thing with Gormott, well, here, I guess we're in the town now, so it's not going to let me show off. Is it just me, or was the cloud sea level higher than it was before? I think you're right. Guess it must be what they call high tide. And it changes because the Gormott Titan is walking through it. At times, the Cloud Sea goes really low or it goes really high. And with it at this height, then we can't go back to the area where we were before, because that was a really low area. So based on the level of the clouds, we can access different places. Sure, the clouds will be lower again sooner or later. I've heard about stuff like this, but it's kind of amazing seeing it firsthand. Alvarez is a really big place. That's enough gawking. The city's right here. Let's go. Alright, so here, I can show it off. So the thing with Gormott is that it's not just Nia. The whole race is sort of like beast people. They don't have tails. They kind of like just have very hairy faces and animal ears. And like sort of beast-like eyes too. So that's why Nia looks like what she does.
Fair enough.
Hey, look what I found.
Good job, Nia. You found the thing that we saw from like miles away. Kind of like how the Titans are living this time. In Xenoblade 1, both the Titans were corpses. Yeah, it's a nice change. I also like that the cutscenes take account for what time of day it is. Because if you get it at dawn or dusk, it can look really nice.
It hasn't changed a bit.
Nia?
It's nothing. Okay then. I'll show you to an inn. Then I'm out of here.
Really? Level 86? You're out of here?
She can't be seen with us. We're a level 10 pleb. She's an 86, like, elite soldier. Torgoth is awesome. I love both the themes for this, and this city is basically home. Oh shit, there's another thing. I'll talk about that that anime thing in the chat later, guys. Remind me. I wanted to respond to that. That's her wanted poster.
What the bloody hell is this? Don't tell me this is meant to be me.
A remarkable likeness, to say the least.
Oi, did you see something?
No. I fear they may have conflated our countenances, my lady. How very awful.
I do like the anime style in that it gives them a lot more room to be expressive in this game. The faces can emote like mad.
The Empire's call. Your strong heart today will build a strong, more ordained tomorrow. Of course, you get more than a salary. Pension and benefits are included. Distinguish yourself, and you could even join the nobility. For the glory of the Ardanian Empire and His Majesty, Emperor Niall! Come now! Who wants to be the hero?
These guys are so aggressively Scottish.
What's the deal over there?
So here,
Driver
they're gonna talk about drivers and blades.
Driver recruitment?
Recently, they've been recruiting drivers from all over.
The pool of potentials is ever shrinking. They must have run out of candidates in the military.
What do you mean by potentials? I'm not sure I follow.
Just see for yourself.
Don't do it, bro. It's too dangerous. What will we do if something happens to you? Or look after us? Please.
I know it's dangerous, but if I can become a driver.
Out of the way, pipsqueak.
I do like that there are very big burly guys in Gormott. Those don't exist in the other races.
Yeah, he's done for.
Indeed.
Oh-ho! Old bark and no bite! What a shame!
Oh, what just happened? All that blood.
Couldn't handle the core crystal's power.
That's what happens when someone unqualified touches a core crystal. Truly lamentable.
Wait, you need a qualification to be a driver?
Perhaps aptitude would be a better word.
Aptitude?
No! Is there nobody else here ready to test their strength for the glory of the Empire? Oh, how about you? What say you? Step forward, sir, with bold heart.
Don't worry. Your big bro's gonna be a driver. And then we'll be set for life.
Don't do it! There's your aptitude. I don't believe it!
The core crystal turned into a weapon?
That is how blades are born, Rex.
What? But when I touched Pyra's...
She's a special case. Pyra's the Aegis, remember? So the usual rules don't apply. All that business with sharing her life force, it's not exactly normal.
Wait, what does the Aegis even mean? Jin and Malos, they called her that too.
Dunno. All I know is that it's some kind of legendary blade. Why don't you just ask her yourself? Let's go. No point sticking around for the enrollment ceremony and all that boring stuff.
So that's why I have like just dozens of those things.
Mm.
Because the game does feed you crystals as you go. In fact, I think at this point might be where they allow you to stick on your first one. So let's go and engage somebody. And I'll grab, let's see. I like Azami.
Together at last.
How good of a place is it to stop?
Hmm?
How good of a place is it to stop?
We're close to, I want to get to Tora. We're very close.
How close?
Like 20 minutes. Like, we'll get down this hallway, have a fight, and then we're at Tora. So it's actually more like 10.
You insist.
I'm just gonna like show this this little side thing here, because this is this has to do with what that just was. So when you do one of these bonding blades things, and this is for you guys in the chat, basically this is what you go into this little thing, and you have all these core crystals that have like accumulated over time. So I'll just grab this rando one. Game state will be saved. Yeah, so this is another thing that they let you do, is there was a cutscene for this, and I'm gonna show it this time. They finally let you skip them, but like you can farm through hundreds of these things, and this whole entire scene was like unskippable before this patch. So it took a long ass time to do this. And all the rare ones come up randomly based on this. So there's never, like, you can't just get them in a specifically nice way.
Your safety is now assured.
And then I get this. So this is kind of a shit blade. It's only got 2 little crowns on it. It's not all that awesome. Let me see if I can find this thing in here. Alright. Well, I can't show off the event theater right now. I wanted to see if I could show off one of the awakenings for like one of my super awesome rare blades that I have. But I'd have to do that like at the beginning of next stream, or when we're not like super pressed for time, as you want to get out of here soon. So let me just stick something else on Nia really quick. Nia's got a bunch of these rare ones too. So she's got like, completely by accident, actually, all female rare blades. That's weird. I would have thought she'd have got some guys at some point.
All egregious anime girls.
These guys were all made by different character designers, which is why they kind of look like they have different styles.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, I thought was kind of cool. Yeah. And they all have like their... another thing that's kind of cool about these guys, and we'll show this off as we go further in the game, but they all have their own established personalities too, and they have like fully voiced side quests that flesh out their stuff that you can access as you get through more of their affinity charts. So like, aside from just the random ass regular story guys like Perun here, let me blade switch. So Perun, I never actually finished hers in my first playthrough, but she has a side quest about, like, finding some missing children, and she's very much like a Lancer. She's about, like, justice. And the other guy that Rex has on him, if I swap characters really quick, X.
None of this is really quick.
Yes, in order to swap guys, I have to go to there. But then if I hit L on him, Azami is like a weird shadow puppet, and she's crazy obsessed about whoever's her driver. And she has a big gun.
This whole thing with core crystals, touching them to create blades. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
We blades start out formless, anchored to the world only by our core crystal. Only the touch of a potential can imbue us with form and being, and it is by those forms we come to be known.
So you see, my boy, in some ways it is only the fated touch of a driver that allows the blades to exist at all.
Wow. Why does it happen that way, though?
Now, that is something no one knows. It's just how it's always been.
Blades come in all shapes and sizes. Some human-shaped, some not.
Some people say the shape depends on the kind of person the driver is.
The resonance between blade and driver is a mysterious thing.
Pyra, she was crying when I met her. Was she brought to life by someone once? Just like a normal blade? What is the Aegis? Really?
Halt! Nobody move.
Oh, I love that guy's hat. It's so egregious.
Oh dear. Looks like Imperial troops.
Great. Hey, what's going on?
That fugitive in your company is an enemy of the state, a member of Tora.
Nia? A member of Tora?
It's her, all right. Gormott driver, white beast form blade. She looks exactly like the wanted poster.
What wanted poster?
See for yourself.
Wow, it really does.
Oi, watch it.
I mean, no way. This doesn't look anything like. Wait, we've got no time for this. Who cares if it looks just like her?
Now, as for you, you look like a driver too. Registration number?
539?
Knock it off, you fool. All new drivers must register with Indol. No number means you must be an illegal, unregistered driver.
No, you don't get it.
You're coming with me. We'll see what the console has to say about this.
Rex, Dromark and I are gonna make a move. Get ready to run.
We're not leaving without you.
This is our problem, not yours.
I'm pretty sure he wants to arrest all of us. So this is my problem too.
Sheesh, you're a stubborn one, ain't you?
Gramps says the same thing.
Okay, we go on 3. We'll go left, you go right.
Okay.
Just get the word. Okay, let's do this.
You're going to resist?
Do you not hear the whole conversation, buddy?
When?
We've been planning the resistance here.
All right, then. We've got them outnumbered. Move in and take them down.
3!
Not much of a countdown either. All right. Nia's still super powered, so this won't take long. And now I have Big Shadow Gun.
Darkness
I like your
Awesome. Well done, Nia. So yeah, the different blades give you different weapons too. So like Nia's Perun, it has a spear. So you get like different combat styles. But those don't count in story.
A wall made of fire.
Such a commotion. Just when I thought I could enjoy a little peace and quiet.
Lady,
Bridget.
Bridget? Is she a blade? Where's her driver?
My driver is otherwise engaged at present. I am here alone.
No driver?
Lady Bridget is the jewel of Moradin, the strongest blade in the Empire. Even alone, she's more than a match for you. Lady Bridget, these miscreants are terrorists working for Tora. Please lend me your power to bring them to justice.
That emerald core crystal. Could it really be true? Well, Captain Padre, you are not to kill them. Take these ones in alive.
Roger. Men, bring the you-know-what.
No, not the you-know-what. I don't want the you-know-what. I don't remember what the you-know-what is. Okay, so she's level 10. This won't take long either.
Bang, bang.
Much
Bang,
tougher
bang.
than the other ones that came up before then. I looked away and then she fell. Thank you, Retro Gamers, for the follow on that. But yeah, I really like Bridget. I really like her driver, but we're not going to get a chance to see her here. So she's just a blade. She doesn't have her person, and the fight was supposed to be really, really tough.
What? She repelled our attack.
She's so strong.
And this is without a driver.
Stop yammering. Just get it.
Oh, that's the you-know-what. It's nets. It's energy nets.
It's an ether net. Let's see you use your precious arts when you can't draw ether from the atmosphere.
Even blades have weaknesses. This is one such weakness. Without the flow of ether, blades are quite useless.
Nia, drum up!
Get out of here, Rex. Save yourself.
I'm not gonna do that. I can't just leave you here.
You've got your own mission. Just move it.
Yeah, but...
No bets. Go.
Rex, we must withdraw from
Because, hey, why not?
But...
You won't escape.
Rex! Damn it!
Water.
No! Burning sword! Hyra!
Yes.
So Burning Sword is a move that I should have been able to use by now. I've just been killing things too fast.
And never look back. To pull that off despite all this water. So, the legends of the Aegis were real.
Alright, I should get a chance pretty quick here to save and quit.
Hey, hey!
But this guy is who I wanted to get to.
Okay.
This way! Friends, come this way! Tora help you escape!
Who are you?
Quick! No time for explain!
Thanks. You saved us. But I gotta ask, why?
No reason.
No reason?
Sorry, that not true. Truth is, Tora not like those big bully soldiers. Was thinking to test out shiny new Boonbiter on big bullies. That's when Tora see friends running from them. Boonbiter missed and hit water pipe, but results not so bad, hey?
Oh. So you shot the pipe.
That right.
And you're Tora. I'm Rex. And this is Pyra.
It's so lovely to meet you.
Good to meeting.
Huh?
Actually, Tora have other reason for save you.
Which is?
Don't worry. Explain everything when get to House of Tora. This way.
Right now? Right now? Party formation has changed. Okay, cool. This is fantastic. I was actually waiting for this exact moment. This is a point. I don't know why they honestly let you walk around right here, because you go down to that door and then there's like another 15 minutes of cutscenes.
Probably because you had like 2 major boss battles.
But yes, because Josie now has to take off, this is where we're going to save and quit for the week. Which is like, we're this close. This guy is who I wanted to get to, but he's the one that like is right before the character who I had on the preloading screen, and that's the one I really wanted to get to. So we're like this close to her, but I can't keep extending it. That means that next week it's going to be time for how do I say it without actually giving away a name? The best precious little girl in this game. I'm gonna say that. So yeah, try to be back here again same time next week, guys. I want to try to start at like 5 o'clock or 6 or one of them. They might be 3 hours. This one's a little bit lower, but that's because we had to start a little bit late and Josie's got some work tomorrow. Because this is a story game, I want to extend these a little bit longer, so don't worry, it won't be regular, that it's rather short. I will talk to you off screen about how we're going to do that in the future. All right?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys.